why do the exes want you when you're already in a relationship? Let's check it out. Welcome to this week's episode of Ask J. I'm Jayson Mair, your relationship coach here from JMC, here to simplify your relationship struggles each and every day by answering your relationship questions. So thanks for tuning in wherever you are in the world, or if you're watching the replay, please drop a comment and put a hashtag replay in. And if you are watching, don't be afraid to say hello, share some love with us. I don't mind. I want to know that I'm not alone here when I'm discussing this. And make sure you can hear me, because just when I spoke before, I thought I heard two microphones. I've been playing around with settings tonight, so I'm hoping they're all working. So, yes, I hope you can hear us. Thank you very much for watching wherever you are. Let me just check to make sure that you can hear me, because want you when you're already in a relationship. Yes, you can. That's good. I'm just muting to make sure you can hear me. And Aina, how are you, buddy? Thank you for coming on and watching. I can't put your comment up on the screen because you're actually watching it on my personal page. But if you jump across to the JMC page, I'll be able to bring anything you say up on the screen, or jump across to YouTube and watch it there as well. So some reason it's not letting me, when I've got two Facebook pages running, it's not letting me bring both comments through, but I'm still fine tuning that. But thanks for joining us, Aina. It's so good to see you. Thank you very much for watching. I appreciate you tuning in there, buddy. Thank you. How are we this week? I will say this is our second last episode of Ask J for 2020. I mentioned 2020. Main reason being I need a break, and I'm going to be taking a break, 10 days off, and I'm heading, I'm not going to say. Some of you know, some of you don't know, but I don't want to leak it out because everyone will want to see me. Everyone will want to just come and ask for advice, and got to have a little bit of privacy, got to have a little bit of time off. But yeah, so thank you very much for joining us tonight. Yes, we're winding down the last 3 weeks of Dimension 2020, and thank God that's over. We're hoping, but as we all know, the virus doesn't necessarily know day, time, hours, or years, so it'll be hanging around. But at least maybe we have some idea on how to handle next year. Seeing we've been through what we've been through, and it has been a doozy of a year. When I say that, I'm referring to especially relationships. Tonight's question is it is a common things that happen when starting your relationships. But people would go, who'd be starting relationships in this year? Well, this year has been, not only has it been a massive year for people separating, and it's sad to say, but it's not sad. And I'll explain why when I say not sad. It's because for some reason, when some of the people that have actually made the decisions to leave and end their relationships, really, a lot of them were well overdue. A lot of them were well overdue for their relationships to end and call it quits. And this has just pushed them over the edge. It's pretty much just said, you know what? I'm done. I'm stuck inside with this person. I thought I loved them. I thought I knew who they were, but I don't. So saying that, adios. And it hasn't been an easy time for those people. But at the same time, because we've been made to slow down, and because we've been made to sit back and evaluate a lot of things, it's also made us a chance to really take a look at ourselves and go, you know what? What am I going to do? What do I need to do? So a lot of people have decided to spend a lot of time. I'm going to take the glasses off because they're a little bit reflective on the light there. But I've taken a lot of time to sort of look over their relationships and say, you know what? Who do I want in my life and who do I not want in my life? And this has been the big reason why there's been not only a massive amount of relationships ended, but there's also been quite a big amount of relationships. And I wouldn't say massive, but there has been a lot of new relationships that have started. And you know what I'm finding from the clients that I've been talking to about this is they've started off better quality. Now, when I say this, I mean this because the reason being is some have started online, some have started in person, but because of restrictions have not been able to get to these people. And it's put people in a situation where they haven't been able to spend as much physical time together, but they haven't been able to spend a lot of quality time getting to know each other. It's like the title of the song at the start of the song and the time and getting to know you. It has actually given people a chance to get to know each other on a personal level by asking a lot of questions and talking, discussing things that we should all talk about and discuss in relationships. But what usually happens is, well, you know, you like them a lot, you like them too much, and you just want to get it on. And then things change. Where a lot of the clients that I've spoken to and people around the world, not just here in Australia, but also in the US, the UK, talking to a couple even in Japan, who have said that they're now starting to realize what they need to do to make their relationships work. They need to take the time and they get to talk about things, get to have a bit of a laugh, you know, talk about songs, talk about things that have happened to them, really get to know them on a deeper level without, you know, the added distraction of the physical and the sexual part of it all, because it can be a bit of a distraction. And it does. I mean, we get there. A lot of people get there eventually, but it's been good that, or even when they have had sex, it's still, they haven't been able to do it as much because they haven't been able to see each other as much because of a lot of restrictions and you've got to be careful. And a lot of people are being cautious about getting into relationships as well because they're like, well, you know, it's like in the 80s, everyone was like cautious about because AIDS was around. The 90s, it was like, you know, you got to be careful about, you know, other sexual transmitted diseases and so forth. 2020, we have to be careful that we haven't got COVID or haven't got anything because I don't want to catch it. But you know what? If you're healthy enough, catch it. Get through it. Take 2 weeks off. Get through it. Then you're immune to it. Maybe I shouldn't say that. I'm not a doctor, but that's how I'd look at it anyway. So the difficult situation with the lockdown and so forth, as you know, like I said, the physical attraction and the physical contact and so forth. But, you know, people are still doing it anyway. I see that the dating apps are still quite busy. And I was talking to someone who works at one of the dating agencies recently, and they said they're busy as ever because people are craving, they're wanting it. But the downfall is because they're craving it, wanting it. They're rushing it too much. So they did say that they are trying to, they're racing and they're trying to, because they're just wanting that contact. So just take it easy, people. We've survived the year. We're nearly 3 weeks to go. We're going to make it through next year. We'll get there. So it's not like it's the end of the world as we thought it might have been at the start of the year. Okay. So if you're watching, I know there's quite a few of you watching and different platforms. If you're watching on YouTube, please hit the subscribe button and hit the bell for notifications when we come on. We are on each and every Wednesday night, except for this is my second last Wednesday of 2020. but I'll be back early January as well. And you'll get an alert when I'm back on. So by all means, please jump in and let us know. Say g'day and drop us a line and a comment if you're watching. I need to know that there's some love out there, share the love. This is all about love. Share it with me. And I'm going to take a quick swig, and it's ice cold water. So without further ado, let's get it started with tonight's question. And there it is. I recently met this great guy early this year. Things are going great. Just as it starts to get serious, I'm getting messages, calls, and bumping into all these exes, guys I've dated, and booty calls, all wanting to reconnect with me. I've been single for nearly 3 years, and none were interested as much as they are now. Does this happen to others, or am I the only one? Regards, Miss Happy. Well, Miss Happy, thank you for asking, because you're not the only one. This conversation comes up quite a lot when I'm working with couples and stuff, especially when they separate, they move on. And they say to me, I'm looking and I'm not finding anyone. And then I meet someone and it all goes good. And I got booty calls texting and ringing me at 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock in the morning or 11 o'clock at night. I got people from other states and messaging saying they're in town and they're, all ex-boyfriends are like, hey, I've been watching some of you, seeing some of your posts and stuff like that. And, you're looking good and, you want to catch up. And it's like, no, I'm in a relationship. No, you had your chance. Where have you been the last 3 years, 4 years, 6 years, however long you've been single? And this happens quite often. And this is not just a random thing. It happens quite a lot. I know in my younger years, we have the sixth sense, I think, sometimes. Women are very good at this more than men. And I've had a couple of guys tell me recently, friends that have said, they've started new relationships and they're like, oh, this girl I like for ages, haven't heard from her now. She wants to go on a date. Now she wants to go for dinner. It's like, seriously? I've been trying, chasing you for 2 years and then now you want to? So it happens a lot. Now, tonight I normally give you 3 tips. I'm going to give you more 2 reasons why it's happening. And the third one is going to be a tip on how to deal with it, because she's not asking for tips. She's just asking me, is she the only one? And Miss Happy, you're not alone. It happens a lot. I've had it happen, as recently as this year, a lot of the people I know have it happen. We talk about it all the time. We laugh and you're like, seriously, they're going to like a radar around going, oh yeah, look, she's in a relationship. Quick, let's get down there. That's what leads me to tip number 1 as we get into it. Tip or reason number 1. Oh, hang on. I've hit the wrong button. Let's go to number 1, not number 2. I pressed the wrong button. Sorry, we jumped ahead. They think you'll always be available, so no rush. Now, I've got in brackets there, great rel mat. Great relationship material. Meaning, they're like, you're always there. When I need you, I'll give you a call and so forth, and we'll do what we need to do. And look, when I say this also, there are also some people who have got booty calls that are now deciding that they want to be relationship material. They really want to be with them. And it's like, what's going on there? When I put it on you for a relationship, like, nah, let's just, do the casual thing. And then all of a sudden, they want a relationship. Now that this guy's in a relationship. No, doesn't work that way. So, and it does happen for guys as well as girls. But what I mean by it, they think you'll always be available is because you probably have been available for a while. And, they've just, they see you and they ring you. Now, sadly, sometimes they ring you as a last resort. Sadly, they think that they've got other people that they can go see, or they're busy, and all of a sudden they got time. They're like, yeah, I'll give them a call. But that's not good. Now, if you've got a mutual agreement that it's strictly only booty call time, that's fine. Do it. But when you check in with that, because sometimes it changes. Women are more an emotional creature than us guys. So, yeah, they might be saying, yeah, I'm not interested. But maybe they are, because they're just keeping it, a little bit sort of, I don't want to get heartbroken, so I'm just going to do this. But maybe if you put some more effort into it, dipshit, maybe you can have something. You just can't So anyway, you've got to keep that in mind. And when I say great relationship material, I mean that they sort of go, well, yeah, you might be, but I'm not ready for a relationship. I'm happy. Why do I need a relationship when I could just catch up with you and do this, right? What am I saying? So they think, well, that's great. We can do it that way and work it that way. But things change. Emotions change. Feelings change. Just keep that in mind, all right, when you're booty calling or you're bumping into exes and stuff like that sort of thing. And also this time of year, it seems to be starting to happen a little bit more. It's come up quite often in the last 4 or 6 weeks. And I think it may be because it's getting to, well, here in Australia, for example, we're more out of lockdown now, so we can move around a little bit more. But I'm also hearing in a couple of other countries, and I think, well, maybe it's because maybe they're going into lockdown and they're thinking, well, if I can, start something with this person, I might be able to, if they go into total lockdown, we can be a bubble buddy, or we could, shack up together and stuff like that. And then we get what we want. And then when it's all over, we can get out. Again, wrong approach, people. Wrong approach. Just, just make sure you be careful how you play that. All right. And I suppose at Christmas time, the festive season, end of the season, people are evaluating and they're like, I want to spend Christmas alone. Maybe I could hook up with that dude or that girl and just go, we'll just hang out and we can have for Christmas. And then the new year starts and you're gone. It's over. They're out of there. They're starting the new year fresh. I'm on to you guys and girls that are doing this. I'm watching you. We're all over it. We know what happens. You think you're doing it, no one knows. We know. Don't worry. Reason number 2 for it happening. You're more attractive when you're happier and taken. What does he mean by that? Exactly that. When you start a new relationship, you start to become a little bit, you start to enjoy it, and the hormones are racing, and I think it's the cortisol and stuff like that's all firing up and everything in you. And you're like, yeah, I'm really enjoying it. You're really passionate about it. You're enjoying the person you're with. You're doing things and you look happy. And then all of a sudden, all these exes and stuff are seeing you. They might see you in photos on your social media. They might see you in the street or bump into your street. They're like, wow, she's looking awesome. He's looking great. What's going on there? I need to go on. Hey, something's going on. She's done something, and it's going very well. And I need to go on. I need to have a bit of that, because whatever she's on, I want. Oh, she's seeing someone? This is the other thing. They sit there and think, well, they're starting to see someone. Oh, they are really good relationship material, and they did really want a relationship. Well, if they want a relationship, we can't do our booty thing anymore. Or we can't catch up. Or I was planning on maybe going to see her later in the year, or him and later in the year, and, maybe saying, hey, how about it, sort of thing. But now they're seeing someone else. Oh, what am I going to do about that? Maybe I'll contact them. Maybe I can win them back. Maybe I know what to say. Maybe I know the right words, the right lines, the right things to say. Maybe if I see them, the right thing, the way I'll You might give them a hug or a kiss on the cheek or the neck or whatever. And you're like, and the person that's in the relationship, started the relationship's like, hang on a sec. What are you know, you're doing all the things you know I like now. Why are you doing that now? You've had all this time to do it. You had all this time. What, do you think I was just going to sit around and wait for you and not date anyone else? I've been wanting that for ages, but that's what you wanted to do. So that's where you've got to be careful and you've got to watch yourself, because I'm just saying that's what happens when you wait too long for someone and you miss out. So, yes. So make sure you look at you're thinking of, you act quick. That's all I'm saying. Don't take your time, because these good people are not good people. They're friggin' fantastic people. You're thinking, oh, why are they single for so long? There must be something wrong with them. And then they're in a relationship with someone. You're like, oh, really? I didn't think they were. Oh, now, no. You had a chance and you dipped out. Hey, Nick, welcome to the show. Thanks for jumping in there, buddy. If my ex called me, she said she wants to get back with me, I'll tell her to get lost. You blew it. You had your chance. That's my love. That's my boy. That's my boy. You were someone else and they ring and say that you had me at hello and you missed out. So you don't get another chance. Out of here. You out of here. That's right. That's what I'm talking about. Good work, Nick. I totally got it. Yes, and I knew you blew it. Well, she blew it. She had a chance. Blew it. Exactly what I know what you mean. Exactly, dude. Thank you for joining and jumping on and dropping a comment in there, buddy, as well. So, yes, it's if you're watching, even if you're in the replay watching, have you had that happen where you've started a relationship with someone and you've had exes and so forth come back into the picture? I want to know how many of you guys have that happen. By all means, let us know in the comments, because it's all research. I need to know if this has happened or not. So, Nick, like the old saying goes, you snooze, you lose. Bingo. Dude, you keep that up, you're going to get the comment of the day. That's a good one. That is exactly right. You snooze, you lose. So just be careful, people. Just be careful. Anyway, and tip or lesson reason number 3 is how to handle it with the exes and with your current partner. Now this, when I say and with your current partner, because we've got to realize that when these people come into our world from their past, there is quite a huge possibility your current partner is going to know about it. They're going to see a text message, they're going to see a phone call, or they're going to see you bump into someone in the street when they're meeting up with you, and they're going to go, what's this guy doing, or what's this girl up to? Because, or if you see a call on your phone and you're like, I'll be back in a sec, babe, I've just got to take this call. And she comes back and goes, who's that? You say nothing? Tell her. Tell him. Doesn't matter. Just say, you know what it's like. You get into a relationship and all of a sudden everyone else wants you. Everyone else wants to be with you. And it's like, hello, where have you been? And you tell them, you say, look, you don't have to broadcast it, but you just say, be honest. Because I'll tell you now, if you do that, you know what it does? You think about it. You're with someone. You like someone, right? And you're with that person, and all of a sudden they're getting calls or they're getting text messages and so forth, which can be annoying, I will admit, but listen to what I have to say here. You're with someone, they start getting texts and stuff like that. Now, if you ask them and say, oh, is everything all right? Why are you getting texts late at night or something like that? And they say, you know what? You're not going to believe this. It's probably not the better to say that because they're going to go, yeah, no, I'm not going to believe it. You just be honest. You say, you know what? And this comes down to communication. You've got to have a great communication and you've got to have great trust. To have great trust, you have to build trust. To build trust, you need to be honest with them and say, like I said to you, I've been in a relationship for a couple of years and now I've met you and it's going well. You would not believe the amount of people that have come out of the woodwork and are interested in catching up and meeting up again. But you know what? I told them, no, I'm already seeing someone. But thank you. It's nice that you can think that, but no. And you tell your partner, I made it clear, no, I'm not interested. Because you know what that does? That makes them feel so much better and it gives them a bit more of an idea of how serious you are about the relationship. With that guy, with that girl, with whoever it is you're dating, don't be afraid to be open and honest and say, yeah, there's been a few that have dropped in and tried to catch up. Yeah, I had the odd booty call and I've even shut them down. Oh, now if they say delete the numbers and stuff, you go, well, no, they're exes and so forth. I still, whatever reason you keep in contact. But if you're serious and they, want that, you may need to at least either block the number or send them a message and say, please don't contact me. I'm in a relationship and I'm taken and I'm not interested. But be honest. Because I tell you now, especially the guys, I'm going to be straight up with you guys straight away, right now. I'm going to tell you straight away, right this minute, how it works. Women do have a sixth sense. I don't know how it works or how they do it. You ask them, but they have it. And they can sense when you're lying, and they can sense when there's other women trying to take their man. They're not stupid because they've probably tried it themselves. The only thing you can do is you make it clear to these people that are coming to you, that are interested, you're off the market, you're not interested, you're with someone else. I'm sorry, too bad. No, we're not going back there. We're not having booty calls or anything else. And secondly, please don't send me text messages or I will block you or I won't say delete. You know why I say delete? Because if you delete them and then they start calling, you can't tell who it is, and then you answer it, or you get random messages, and you don't know who the messages are, and it drives you nuts. So what you do is a thing that I used to teach clients a couple of years ago. I used to do, put DNA next to the name of these people. Do not answer, which means when they call, you put DNA. Because one, then you can see who's calling, and you know not to answer it. And two, because if you delete them, then they're not in your phone. You can't block them if they're not in your phone. Well, I think, can you? You may be able to block them if they're in your phone. But if you don't want to block them, but you just put DNA, you make it clear, you send them a message, even show the message to your partner and say, look, just send a message, just told them, thanks, but no thanks, I'm not interested. Be open, be honest. Now, if they're your partner, guy or girl, it's not just girls, can't deal with that, well then you need to have a few more conversations. Because there may be some insecurities there. But they may not be from the relationship you have right now. It might be from past relationships. And they've had this happen before and they've been burnt and they don't want to be burnt again. So they want to make sure, they want to make sure you are being honest with them. They want to make sure that they are your number one priority. They want to make sure that everything you say and do matches what you say and do, because there's a lot of people out there that say a lot of things, but their actions say different things. So keep that in mind, because at the end of the day, you want to make sure that what you say, what you do, is all leading to show that you are happy to be with your partner, you love them, you're there for them, and you're getting serious. Because as Miss Happy was saying, they've been together, I think in the email, they've been together 6 months when she sent this to me, which was about a month or two ago. And I've obviously spoken to her about it and helped her through it. But I said I was going to do a video about this, so she'll be watching the replay because she's working tonight. But what you need to do is be clear, honest, and open. That's all you could do. If you really are serious about this relationship and you're not just, oh, well, he'll do for the time being and she will do for the time being, don't be in it. But if you're going to be honest, open, and just say how it is and say, yeah, I've had a couple of them reach up last couple of months. It's freaking crazy. I don't believe they do this. You know, it's like, why did they do this before? I was like single and I was happy, you know, looking and no. You know why? Because you were looking. They knew you were looking and they're like, why are they looking? Is there something wrong with them? Are they a bit desperate or something? Why are they looking? I don't know why they're looking. I really don't know what they're looking, but I don't like the way they're looking either. You know what I mean? But then you see them in a relationship and you're like, oh, have I missed my chance? Yeah, you did. You totally missed your chance. So, totally. Nick, my ex did that when she got a phone call and I asked her who it was. She said, just a friend, but it really was the guy she was cheating on me with. Oh, man. You poor guy. You poor thing, dude. Seriously, that's rough. That is rough, dude. That is rough. We got to talk too. You need to give us a call, man, because I don't think the number I tried calling a couple of weeks ago wasn't working. So send us a message tonight or tomorrow and we'll chat. Yeah, it's sad, dude. It really is when that happens. And straight away, oh, it's just a friend. Who's the friend? Just say, oh, it's a mate, Nick, that, you know, I worked with a couple of years ago. Oh, it's the old female friend that, you know, I bumped into the other day. And her kids know my kids and trying to hook up no, don't use the word hook up. Trying to organize like a kids catch-up weekend where they can actually hang out together so I can drop the kids off with them and stuff like that, which gives me time to spend time with you. That's what you do. Might seem a little too smooth, but if that's it, that's it. Be honest. Play around with it, but don't lie about it. Seriously, it's not worth it. It's not worth it. So, but yeah, it's a bit worrying, man. It really is that that happened to you, Nick. I'm really sorry to hear. Lisa, thank you for tuning in and saying hello over on the other page. Thank you very much for tuning in. And yeah, I gathered I know you told me about a story recently where you had a little bit of issue with exes coming in, and you guys have been together for quite a few years, and all of a sudden there was for a round of 4 or 5 that were actually calling and contacting you, which was like, whoa, yeah, wasn't expecting that whatsoever, were we? No. But anyway, that's good to see that you shut them down straight away and put them in place. Remember you telling me that, so thank you. I know you're in my other page, but if you want to jump across to the James E page or the Facebook page, the YouTube page, by all means do that. So thank you very much. Yeah, so anyway, as I was saying, just a quick recap on tonight's question, which was, there it is there. Have a read if you've just joined us. Check it out. Started a new relationship and then found out that everyone else is trying to get in contact with it. Not going to happen. As I said, 3 tips were reasons they happen. They always think you'll always be available, so no rush. And they discover you are great relationship material, but they find out too late. Secondly was they find out you're more attractive when you're happy and taken. Because you are happy, you're smiling, you glow. You haven't seen someone who's just got in a relationship, or you haven't seen someone for ages, and you see them and like, man, what's going on with him? Or what's going on? Looks so good, smiles glowing, they're looking happy, their shoulders are up and everything else like that. Yeah, it's either in a really good job and they're paying a shitload of great money, or they're happy. Happy with life, or maybe happy in a relationship. There are people happy in relationships. I know that for a fact. And I said the final one, it's more what to do with them. Be straight with them. Tell them, I'm with someone. I'm not interested. You had your chance. You don't have to say it that way. But, I'm with someone now. Thank you anyway. Sorry about that. Can't, not interested anymore. And be honest with your partner. Have a laugh one day. Sit there, drive along in the car and just have a laugh. You just get in the car with them and they go, what are you laughing at? You go, oh, I have to tell you this because I don't know if you've had this happen or not, but, oh, man, what have we been together like? 3 months, 4 months? The last couple of weeks, I do want to tell you to upset it, but I want to be honest with you. The last couple of weeks, the amount of exes or people I dated in the past that have sent me text messages and want to catch up, and I've had to say, so sorry, thanks, but no thanks. I'm seeing someone, and yeah, that's how it is. And they'll go, really? You're like, yeah. Well, we are together, right? We're exclusive, aren't we? Yeah, okay, well, I didn't lie. That's good. But I'm just letting you know, because I wasn't quite sure if you had that happen, Have you had any of your exes? And they might go, oh, yeah, actually, I did have two. And you go, oh, really? But remember, don't get jealous. If you're open and honest about it, great. And don't throw it in their face. Don't bring it up in arguments later and stuff like that. I've had clients say to me, because I got all this attention when we first started. He was like, oh, you're going back to your ex-boyfriends who can contact you. Don't bring that shit up. Stop it. It's not a game. Don't be smart. They're being honest with you. Be honest back. That's all I'm saying. So just keep that in mind. Anyway, not a lot of you have been commenting tonight. We've got a lot of people on that are watching, but not many comments. No one wants to talk. I'm going to ask you one more time. How many of you have had this happen? Just put a yes or a no in the comments. That's all I'm asking. Because I'm about to draw the comment of the day. And I think we've already picked the comment of the day. But I'm giving everyone a chance to get in there and check your comment, because we're going to wrap this up quite early. We're not going to go the full hour because we got through it quickly. And you guys have got things to do and people to see and places to be. And I don't want to take up too much of your time. So, any of you got anything to say? I can see there's about 10 of you or 12. Oh, no, we've got up to 15. 15 of you are watching at the moment. By all means, chuck one in. You're coming along. None. Nope. Over here. No, you don't want to join us? Okay. Well, looks like you're the man, Nick. You've won it by default. No, it wasn't that one. It was that one. The old saying goes, you snooze, you lose. And for that, my friend, you win today's You see that? Because I'm covered up with a. There you go. I'll give it to you again. I'm going to give you the comment of the day, because you snooze, you lose. It's exactly right. And that's probably what you need to say to them when they ring you or contact you and go, oh, but I really wanted to catch up with you and stuff like that. And, if you're watching still, thank you very much, buddy, for tuning in. I really appreciate you tuning in from over there. We need to talk. We haven't spoken in ages, man. But and I've got to catch up with you as well and see what you've been up to. So for all of those watching the replay, put hashtag replay in the comments when you are commenting. But let us know. Let us know what. No, not what. Have you, like Miss Happy, had someone or an ex or a booty call or someone reach out to you after you've started a new relationship? Because I want to know. How many of them? Were they booty calls? Were they exes? Were they people you just dated? Were they someone you just went out for a coffee from and then you went, no, not interested? Because it's a bit of research. I want to know the research behind it. I want to know who has and who hasn't. I'm always working on things in the background here at JMC. Like to know what's going on, because then I can help you guys if I decide to work with you one-on-one with the information, and also help you guys that are tuning in as well also. So thank you very much. We're going to leave tonight with a little thing that I'm now going to be calling the final word. And the final word of the night is, there it is. Look at your life as a beautiful fabric woven from wonderful, rich colors and fine cloth. Make a plan, one that is full of obtainable goals for a happy life. Read through that plan daily so that it becomes a permanent part of your thoughts process. And that's from an Australian outback station manager and writer in 1936, Sarah Henderson. Put that together. Beautiful words. I thought that was quite appropriate for tonight because the person, Miss Happy, starting a relationship and it's going really well. It's a good thing to look at. Said, look at your life as a beautiful fabric woven from wonderful, rich colors of fine cloth. Make a plan, one that is full of obtainable goals for a happy life. Read through the plan daily as it becomes a permanent part of your thoughts process. And it's not going off the screen. Let me just go back. There we go. I'll get the right button. To each and every one of you that have watched tonight, thank you very much. To those of you watching the replay, thank you very much as well. Just making sure we've covered everything for tonight's show. Yes, we have. Thank you so much to each and every one of you. Tune in next Wednesday night for the last Ask Jay for 2020. Dimension 2020's Ask Jay. And we will also have our last Simplified Relationships show for the year coming on Sunday, 8 p.m. Australian Eastern Daylight Saving Time, 7 p.m. Queensland time. Check your local converted times from plus 10, I think we are, plus 10, plus 11 in the time converter to where you are. And by all means, be there, jump in, say hello, and join the show. Thanks for watching. Until next Wednesday or next Sunday, if we see you then, or I bump into speaking to you before then, take care of yourself, love yourself, show some appreciation to all those people that have been in your life and let them know what they mean. And if you're starting a new relationship, look them in the eye, your partner, and tell them how much they mean to you and how much effect they're having on you and how much you love them. Doesn't cost anything, just a couple of seconds to say it. Until then, till next Sunday, next Wednesday, thank you very much for tuning in, guys. Love being here for you. And this is it. See you next week. Love you all. And cheers. I got this in Boston. But anyway, there we go. Thanks, guys. See you later. Do better.